Alright, YouTubers, it's me from JohnnyFrom.com. Anyhow, I'm in Copan, Honduras, and I just want to take a few minutes to give you my impressions of the country. This is my first time in Honduras, and so far it's a pretty fantastic place. Copan Ruinas is about, I think it's under 10,000 people. My impressions are it's extremely safe. Things shut down early here, so around 8 or 9 o'clock, probably everything's closed. Um, it's not really a party town. There's not really a lot of tourists here. I haven't really noticed um, uh, a lot of gringos here that live here full time. There's a few here and there. I don't even think there's very many missionaries here, but the people are really friendly. If you compare Honduras to, say, Guatemala, people here are more outgoing and friendly. People are more likely to talk to you if you talk to them. I notice people here are quite a bit taller than Guatemalans. Um, there's, I don't know, a little bit more vibrancy here than, say, Guatemala, but that just may be me. Um, it seems like in Copan Ruinas, there's a lot of excellent opportunities for expats. I won't comment too much on what those are, but it's a very small town. There's quite a few hotels. My hotel's about $11. I got a private bathroom, um, Wi-Fi, so it's not bad. But most of the hotels are 15 to 20. What pisses me off is some of the hotels for 15 or 20 are um, they're supposed to have hot water, but they don't, and the water's never doesn't run too much. And you go to wash your hands or take a shower, and there's just no water. I don't know why that is, but I switch hotels. I'm in a kind of a cheaper hotel, and it's not a big room, as you can see, but it's got a TV, a bathroom, and I like it. Anyways, um, as far as what things cost here, things don't cost too much, but it's cheaper than, say, Antigua, Guatemala, but it's not quite as cheap as, say, Mexico. There's a lot of tourists that come through here, so it tends to push up prices for food. There's quite a few, well, not quite a few, but there's a few boutique type restaurants and cafes here, so things can be a little expensive. But like Mexico, like a cup of coffee will run you about $1, whereas in Guatemala, a cup of coffee can run you 150 to $2. Um, there's quite a few nice places to get like a really good quality slice of cake. Really, I had some excellent cake. It was so rich I couldn't even finish it. So there's really nice cafes for like really good coffee. You can get really good gourmet coffee like for like $1.50. You can get just a regular cafe americano for like $1. And I don't really drink other drinks, so I'm not really sure what those prices are, but they didn't seem more than like $2 or $3, which is about equivalent for Guatemala. But for some reason in Guatemala, coffee can cost more, whereas in Mexico, El Salvador, and Honduras, things seem to cost quite a bit less. Now, if you compare Honduras to, like, say, El Salvador, in El Salvador, things seem to cost quite a bit less. But in El Salvador, they use the US dollar, so I think because they use the US dollar, uh, prices are kind of deflating there. So, with the exception of hotels, everything in El Salvador is really cheap. You can get a cup of coffee and cake for like $1.10 or $1.20, almost anywhere in the country. You can go to the nicer places in Guatemala and get cake, coffee, quite a bit of cake and coffee for like $1 or $2. So, in that regard, Honduras, at least Copan, seems a little high, but compared to like Guatemala, it's actually a little less, especially if you compare it to like Antigua and Guatemala. And here, there's quite a bit less tourists, so the locals here are more welcoming of foreigners and expats. So that seems kind of cool. Um, I had a little trouble using my ATM card, but I finally found a bank that would accept my card. Oops. But so far, I really like the place. I think this is a place if you're an expat, you could settle down and start a nice little business. Maybe for residency, you'd want to get in Guatemala since it's so easy there. And then you could bank wherever you want to bank. And then just live here as like a PT, just come and go as you will. Have a manager run your business, or maybe just run some kind of online gig. But that's my impressions of Copan. And Copan is really close to Guatemala and it's really close to El Salvador. So if you should ever have any problems or you just want to run across the border, it's real easy. And if you've been to this part of the world, you will notice you can pretty much walk across the border. Ain't no one going to stop you. So if you have any kind of legal problems, you're welcome to just kind of skip the whole formalities of getting your passport stamped if that's an issue you have. Lucky for me, I still have my passport and I still get it stamped, so uh, I don't go that route. But I do notice there's a few gringos who just walk across, and I notice immigration don't come out and run you down or chase you down or anything like that. I'm not saying they're lazy. I'm just saying they ain't gonna come out and hound you about it or nothing. They really don't care that much. And coming from La Florida, Guatemala over to Honduras, it's really, really relaxed. The money changes are really, really relaxed. They don't hound you. I changed $100, pretty non-explanatory. It's pretty mellow. No hard sell or anything. Uh, got a shuttle into town. It's about 20 minutes for like $1, and that's about how it goes there. And it's quite easy just to go to El Salvador or Guatemala from this part of the world. You could be in another country in like less than an hour. So that's really all I have to say about Honduras or Copan. Um, so yeah, that's my impression of Copan. It's a really fantastic place to live, and the beer's not bad either. All right, thanks. Let me know what you think of the video. Like, share, subscribe. Bye.